It would seem the best part of the day is now behind us. It has passed.
Which isn't saying much.
And this is what we're left with.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, it's just kind of gloomy out.
Yeah. And this is it for a little while here.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's not going to be nice until, well, I don't know.
Oh, when you have to think about it, that is bad news.
Yeah, I guess Friday afternoon is
We
maybe
might
okay.
see
But
improvement.
in between, we've got a lot going on here. Nothing huge, Brian, but a bunch of different areas of mixed precipitation. So we're going to start with what's going on right now, which is some light snow in through the mountains in northern Maine. Checking some of the web cameras out there. Didn't look like this was all that heavy, but there is some light snow. Go off to the south and west, and it's mostly rain. And so this is going to try to shift its way in here over the next few hours. You can see in the foothills and the mountains, it's initially a mix, but really a lot of us are well above freezing already, and so this will be largely rain as it moves in. So this is the warm front that last week we were all hoping would actually be here, and we'd be 60 degrees, but not to be. The front is now pushed down to the south, and we're on the other side of it, which I mentioned is kind of a May thing to happen. Like this kind of thing happens in May where it's, oh, it might be 60. Wrong, we're on the other side of the front, and we're in the 30s. And so this front slides to our south. That's where the rain comes from today, and another slug tomorrow morning. And then cold air starts to filter into the storm on Wednesday night and Thursday, and that's where it gets a little dicey as far as mixed precipitation. So the rest of today, especially south of Bangor, we're going to see rain developing. That's largely just a rain event, though. There isn't much mixing. If there is, it's just the mountains. And then tomorrow morning, we get a break tonight. Tomorrow morning, another round moves in. Again, largely rain with some snow up towards Millinocket, Greenville, maybe Caribou as well. Get a break through the middle of the day tomorrow, which will look a lot like it does right now. So low clouds, upper 30s, not very pleasant, but dry. And then here comes Wednesday night, and this is where that cold air starts working in. And I want to point out that wherever this front exactly sets up is going to dictate who sees significant or reasonably significant snowfall. So if the front is as pictured here, Bangor, for example, could get several inches of snow, but there'll be a big area of sleet and freezing rain to the south, and so that'll be a spot we have to watch as well Wednesday night through early Thursday morning. So I think it's a situation where it gets a little slick during that time period. Luckily, there isn't a ton of moisture to work with here, so we're kind of down to freezing drizzle through Thursday morning, and then we get this system out of here. So that's the saving grace, is there isn't a lot of total what we call QPF or moisture in this system. Still enough to give a coating of ice if you're in the shaded pink area Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And again, depending on exactly where that front sets up, there will be accumulating snowfall. I'm not sure about that 10 in Greenville that goes all the way through Friday morning, but I do think there could be several inches. Bangor, Waterville, over to Rangeley, probably into the Kingfield area and back into Berlin, New Hampshire. So north of that zone, we'll see several inches of snow. To the south of it, it'll just be that freezing drizzle and sleet. So that's our cool down. It doesn't really stick, though, even when we go back to more seasonable temperatures, as you can see that we're going to. It's not cold. I mean, we're talking about January heading towards mid-January by the end of this period. And so these 35s, 38s, and 40s, you'll take that any day of the week as far as compared to average. So it is not like we're suddenly going to get into this really frigid pattern, but compared to where we've been, just even the idea of snow and freezing rain and sleet seems kind of odd. So this system comes and fits and starts here. Brian, again, I would watch Wednesday night, Thursday morning, maybe a little light snow Friday. That's not a big deal. Weekend looks fine, but wow, it almost feels like January. You know, 32, 34, nothing crazy. Mostly sunny on Monday. Eyeing a storm through the middle of the month, but we still have time before we get there.
And you know, last week you had pegged Wednesday to Thursday. Something is going to happen.
Yeah, I thought we'd be on the other side of the front, honestly, because the trend is your friend, and we've been catching those fronts on that side. Yeah. This time it's like, no, it's Maine. Boom, down to the side.
Right back to where you're supposed to be.
Yeah,
We're always put in our place.
Yep.
All right, Keith, thanks so much.